I want to make sure that you guys really understand the file system and why we use it for web. So if you look on my desktop, you can see I have this folder called DMA 145 Sweeney S. So everyone should have a folder like that that has your username on the end of it. If I double click it, inside you can see I have 4 folders that say project 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can also see that there are no spaces, no uppercase letters, and no characters other than underscores. So when you're naming folders and files, you need to make sure you follow those rules. No uppercase letters, no crazy characters other than an underscore, and no spaces. So inside of my Project 1 folder, if I double click on that, I have 2 folders. One is called Project 1 Website, and one is called Project 1 Extras. This is where all of my files go. And when you're moving from machine to machine, or when you're emailing me, you should go into the Project 1 website folder. That is the folder that you want to email to me so that I can see everything that has to do with your project. If you need to zip it, you can control click on it, and you can click compress or whatever it says on the PC. It says something similar, zip or something like that. And if you do that, then it will actually create a compressed file. Okay. Inside the Project 1 website folder, there is an images folder. I also like to have usually a fonts folder inside, again, of that Project 1 folder. So fonts folder and images folder. And you can see my index.html is inside of here. Your CSS will also be inside of here. The fonts in the images folder are to make sure that everything is very neat and tidy. Again, you'll notice nothing is named with capital letters or characters that are different than the underscore or A through Z, and none have spaces. You'll also notice that my one file that I'm starting with in HTML, my default or my home page, is called index.html. It must be named exactly index.html for it to work. So you want to make sure that this folder is very cleaned up and that you can that you take it all together. You can't move things separately. If you move things separately, then it's a little bit like moving your house and not telling the mailman, because it means that the files that are pointing to it, or the files that are trying to reach that file, can no longer get to it because they don't understand where that file is. So make sure that you do not move things once you've started creating paths, and that you keep everything inside this Project 1 underscore website folder, everything that's going to go on your website.